Dylan in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, on the issue of euthanasia, I was not raised religious, but purely from a government perspective, I think that the basic right that a government should provide to its people is the right to yourself, because we should all own ourselves, in one sense. So, especially for an elderly person or a person with a terminal illness.
Right. So if we own ourselves, we should be able to extinguish ourselves. Now, here's where it gets complicated. You know, this clinic in Switzerland has where you can go, this Dignitas, where you can go to commit suicide. A couple by the name of Robert and Jennifer Stokes from Great Britain went there. This was back in 2004. They had met at a psychiatric hospital in the 70s. Jennifer had tried to commit suicide a number of times. Robert was paranoid. They were both mentally ill. They married. They tried to commit suicide together a couple of times. Finally, they went to this clinic, and the clinic helped them commit suicide together. They had convinced the doctors at the clinic that they both had terminal illness diagnoses, which is what the clinic thought. They thought that they were both dying of terminal cancers. In fact, neither one of them had terminal illnesses. But on the other hand, you know, they were in their 60s. You could say everybody has a terminal illness. You know, it's called life. You know, we're all going to die someday. And you could say that, you know, clearly they thought that they were in enough pain out of their paranoia, out of their mental illness, that they wanted to end it. Where do we start drawing these lines at law?
Well, I think with the case of people who are depressed and like people with some psychological issues, there should be some, like, obvious. I don't think anyone should be able to walk into a hospital and say, I want to die. Like, I think there should be some psychological evaluations that people need to go through. Like, are you actually ill?
Right. We need to filter out people who are suicidal because of an organic illness like postpartum depression or whatever that can be treated with medication or therapy.
Right.
Okay.
And
I would agree with that.
A psychologist should be able to determine if you're actually severely depressed.
But now we're creating gatekeepers for death. And, you know, a lot of people like my friend Clark, who I suspect had Clark lived, he would have looked back. I think if he was my age right now, I mean, he died when he was 19, when we were both 19. I think he would have looked back and said, boy, that was really dumb. I think that a lot of teenagers think about suicide at times, and a lot of teenagers try suicide, and it's more of not a real, genuine attempt. It's more of a cry for attention kind of thing. And, you know, I've certainly known my share of them over the years who have done that. And I think that those, you know, we don't want to make it any easier for that kind of thing to happen. On the other hand, we don't want to, I don't think we should be making it harder for people who are genuinely dying to die easily and with grace and comfort. Does that make sense, Dylan?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I'm just trying to think of it like from a libertarian perspective, to which you should have the right, but there should be stipulations to prevent you from getting to that point.
And I think this is one of those 27 topics that Ralph Nader just wrote a book about, where libertarians and progressives probably completely agree, and the middle ground gets very confused. Dylan, thank you for the call.